Hi guys, my name is Lucy and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Please do consider subscribing because it would honestly mean the world to me. And if you enjoyed this video, please do smash a big thumbs up to let me know. For today's video, I am on to pack number 3 of my sheets, which is mad, and I am so excited to share these ones with you guys. If you haven't seen packs 1 and 2, I will link the videos down below and in the card, so be sure to check them out as well. But as I said, today is pack number 3. As always, I'm going to talk you through the sheets and show you a worked example, so without further ado, let's get into it. This pack is all focused around character development and character research, because that is something so important when you are doing songs, monologues, shows, plays, anything to do with building a character. This is so important. I've collated together information and questions and prompts that I have had throughout the years that really help me when building a character, and pop them into 2 handy sheets that should hopefully help you guys out. The first one that I'm going to start with is the character profile sheet. This is quite literally, as it says on the tin, a profile about your character. So I'm just going to go through the boxes very quickly. The first one is basic information, so that is their names. I've put names plural because you could put their actual name, their birth name, their nickname, their age, their job, their home, so where they live, and their appearance. These are all quite self-explanatory and should be quite clear. For appearance, you could print out a photo and stick it on, you could draw something, or you could simply write a description. Then in the next box below, I have their relationships, and here I have 4 questions. Who are they friends with? Who are their enemies? Who are their family? And do they have a romantic relationship? Some of this information might not be in the show. Their family might not be included in the show, but you can take what you are given to infer and kind of take an educated guess as to what that information might be. The box on the top right hand side of the sheet is about their past. So what was their childhood like? What were their experiences growing up? What kind of education did they have? Are they educated? Have they never been to school? Then on the right hand side at the bottom, I have specific information. So these are more in-depth, detailed questions. So what are 3 words your character would use to describe themselves? What are 3 words that other characters would use to describe your character? I find that one so interesting, seeing the contrast between the 2. What are your character's hopes and dreams? What are their fears? What are their secrets that they may have? And what are their favourite things? Then here is my worked example. It is just basically a big who am I question. I've done this example on Campbell from Bring It On. So her full name is Campbell Davis, but she just goes by Campbell. She's 17 years old. She's a student, so she doesn't have a job. So I've just written that she's a student. But I've also written that she's head of the cheerleading squad, because that is a job to her. It's not a paid job, but it is a really important role in her life. Her home is not fully mentioned in the show. However, I have assumed that she lives at home with her parents because she's a student at school. And for her appearance, I've written that she's small, blonde, pretty, and your typical popular cheerleader. For relationships, I have written in that she's friends with Skylar, she's friends with Eva, and then I put in brackets until Eva betrays her. And then I've put that she's friends with Bridget when they go to Jackson High. For her enemies, I've put Eva, and I've explained that she becomes her enemy towards the end of the show, and at the beginning she saw her as a friend. For family, I've written that there's not much information in the show, but she's possibly an only child, and that's why she's so determined to impress and be successful. And then for romantic relationships, I've written that she has her boyfriend Steven. For her past, I've written for childhood, obviously she's still only 17, so she's very young, but I've written that she was very popular in school, she was very determined, she has a simple and not complex family life. For her education, I've written that she is still in high school. She loved school at Truman, but then has a different experience with school when she moves to Jackson, and she is very hard working. For the specific information, I've written 3 words to describe herself would be positive, athletic, and determined. 3 words that others would use to describe her is try hard, so not a very positive word, motivated, and popular. Obviously, 3 words that one character would use to describe your character could be different to 3 words another character would use to describe your character, so please feel free to do this question multiple times for different characters if you want to. For her hopes and dreams, I've written that her biggest goal was to lead the head of the cheerleading squad, which she does at the very beginning of the show, and that she wants to lead them to victory. I've written that her fears is that her team won't win under are her lead and that she won't be perfect at everything. Her secret is that she isn't as confident as she appears on the outside. She comes across as a very confident, self-assured character, but really we realised throughout the show that she does have insecurities and fears like everyone, and that her favourite thing is cheerleading. So I hope that that is all clear and it shows you what kind of direction you can go in to start researching your character and making sure that you have all that greater depth of information. Now on to the second sheet, which I personally think I would do after the character profile, but it's totally up to you whatever order you want to do them in. And that is the character research sheet, which is slightly different because it's got more questions to do with your specific song or monologue. On this sheet I have 6 slightly larger boxes, all with questions in them, so you can fill in as much or as little information as you want. I wanted to give you as much space as I possibly could because for some things you might have loads to write. So the first box on the top left hand side is who am I? So that is kind of a summary of the character profile sheet. You can write the key information in this box. The one underneath that says where am I, what surrounds me, and what time is it? So literally, where are you? Are you in a park? Are you in your kitchen? What is around you? What items are around you? What people are around you? How do you feel towards those items? And quite literally, what time is it? Is it 3 in the morning? Is it 2 in the afternoon? Because that really can change the whole vibe and feeling of a piece. Underneath that is what are my relationships with the other characters? This is the other characters that are on stage with you, the other characters you are talking about, so anyone who is relevant to your song or monologue, what is your character's relationship to them? On the top right hand side I have what do I want? So what is your character's goal? You might hear this being called an objective. What is their aim and what are they trying to get? The next one below that is what obstacles are in my way? What is stopping your character from getting them what they want, because that causes a struggle, which makes interest. And then at the bottom, what tactics do you use to get over the obstacle to get what you want? Personally, I would fill this form in the left hand side first and then the right hand side, because the right hand side really has a flow and follows on. I have found since I started using obstacles, objectives and tactics in my work that my work has become a lot more specific and a lot more interesting, so hopefully this should help you guys out too. Here is my worked example where I have done something rotten, right hand man, and the character is B. I have done this for a song and I also did the other one for a song. However, these sheets can definitely be used for characters in plays. They are totally usable for songs and monologues. In the who am I category, I have written B is Nick's wife. She's a stay-at-home wife, she's in her mid-30s and she is ambitious and wants to change the role of women in society. Then for where am I, what surrounds me and what time is it, I've written that I'm in my kitchen at home. This is her place where she feels comfortable as she spends most of her days there, but also the place that she wants to escape from because she wants to go out and work. And it's the end of the day, it's around 5 p.m, just before they have dinner, and Nick has just got in from work. In this section, it's really important to write what the significance of each thing is. It's no point writing it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Why is that significant? Why is that important? If it's 5 in the morning, why is your character up at 5 in the morning? Then at the bottom, I've written the relationships that other characters mentioned. The only other character mentioned is Nick, which is her husband, and I've said I love him, but I'm currently frustrated by the fact that he won't listen to me. For what do I want, I've written I want to be equal with the men and go out to work and bring money. That is her main objective throughout the song. For her obstacle is her husband's opinion and the confines of society. And the tactics that she uses to get there, I've written a few different tactics and how she used them. So flattery is that she tells her husband that she loves him so much, and that's why she wants to go out and help him and make money to make his life easier. And she also uses a lot of lists to list off all the things to her husband that she is capable of doing. And that is it for part 3 of the releases for my sheets. I hope that you guys are excited to use these sheets and that you find them helpful. As always, if you have any questions about the sheets or suggestions for new sheets in the future, please do pop them down below in the comments. I love chatting to you guys. Again, as always, the sheets will be linked down below in the description box on my website to download for free as a PDF to fill in on your computer, on your tablet, or to print out and write on. Personally, I love printing them out and writing on them, but you guys can do whatever is right for you. Thank you so much as always for your continued support. If you enjoyed this video and you're excited for more sheets in the future, please do give this video a thumbs up to let me know. If you want to see more of my videos, please do smash that subscribe button and I will hopefully see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!